Indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you so much for joining me here again. Ooh, for breathing the same air as me. You know, technically, unless there's an alien watching this right now on a different planet. Thank you for just breathing air. You don't breathe air. Okay. Thank you. just thank you. You're not a you, damn it. Thank you for joining me, friends. It's so nice to have you here, Shannon. Thank you, beloved friend, for joining me already. Always a pleasure to see you here. Like I know now instinctively. I don't even have to see a message. I just know. What will you teach yourself and therefore make true for you? What will you teach yourself and therefore make true for you? Begin to cultivate the deliberate practice of recognizing that you are in a field of energy that is your perfect servant. And then ask, what is this moment for? What do I decree this moment to be? What do I most want to learn by teaching it? Because to teach is to demonstrate. And to demonstrate is to express what you have decided will hold the greatest value for you. What holds the greatest value for you, friend? That's a difficult question, you know, and I don't know if it folds in perfectly with what I want to talk about today, but it is the thing that I'm choosing to teach. It's this understanding that things are usually okay. You know, more often than not, things are bad in our minds, or things are bad in our imagination of what they're going to be like. And I got to have that lesson taught to me all over again just now. So I'm an official yoga teacher now. I have a certification and stuff. And I've been subbing for my yoga teacher, Ryan. And during today's like almost start, if you will, like the moment where I had to kind of go and give the yoga class, I had this genuine sense of I'm not in the right mind space, or like is the audio gonna be okay, or you know, I feel as of late very contemplative and in my own head instead of being a little bit more in my heart. So am I going to be able to connect with, you know, the person listening to me? Just like all of these stories that I'm telling myself before I actually go and do it. And then as I'm giving this yoga class, I just feel in this moment, like as we're going through the motions, if you will, how all of that story, all of that nonsense that I've been telling myself just melts away. Like when we show up, more often than not, things are okay. You know, like we create this whole narrative of how things can go wrong, and then we show up, and then usually they don't. You know, and I feel in a way it's an evolutionary response, if that's the right word to use. You know, like we had to figure out how to survive, right? So we had to continually create these narratives around survival, these narratives around, you know, the worst case scenario potentially happening, and if the worst case scenario potentially happens, how we're going to deal with it. So in our imagination, we come up with the worst case scenario so that even if the worst case scenario doesn't happen, we're still prepared for it, right? And to just acknowledge that we do that instead of getting all caught up in that loop, to just take a step back. You're gonna be fine, friend. We're gonna be so fine. Christian just came back home. Christian!
Oh god.
Welkom terug, Christian.
What?
How was work, oh?
Work.
How was work?
Yo, I'm glad to be home, man.
I'm happy to hear it, Hobbs. I'm glad to have you home. You want to set the intention for the joint?
Uh,
Okay, so let me tell you our topic today. Things are usually worse in your mind than they're in actuality, in the understanding that you trip yourself up when you have to do something. Imagine how you potentially
prosperity.
fail. Prosperity.
Put prosperity on me.
I don't know how to spell prosperity. What do you take me for?
S-P.
P-R-O?
S-P.
S-P?
E-R.
E-R?
ITY.
ITY. Prosperity.
If I'm incorrect, sue me.
Is he right? He's not? Everybody, like, every single person says you were so wrong, bro.
Is it?
No. Not just yet. Not just yet. Maybe soon. Brother Dan joining us. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this moment with us. It's so nice to have you here. How are you doing? How's the family? Good to
Throwing
see
away
you
the
again.
trash because certain fucking people in this house don't do their job.
Oh, Christian, you want to eat tonight? I'm working a full-time job cooking for this dude. Wants to banana. I'm trying to get him to attack. Oh! Suddenly it looks good. I wish I could share that with you. Thank you for sharing love with our beloved friends, brother Dan. Thank you, Shannon, for doing the same. You don't have dinner ready, Meld? Are you even a housewife? I don't have dinner ready, but I have prepared the vegetables. You know, I've chopped up all the vegetables, so technically I just have to go and do the things. Go and do all of the cooking stuffs. But I'll do that a little bit later. Well, I appreciate your dramatizing. Thank you, Shevat, so much for the love, friend. Hey, Kayana. I was just talking about you yesterday, Kayana. Like, I'm looking forward to reading this message already. Good morning, Melt and others. Another mindset topic. I love it. Don't fall victim to your toxic mindset and thoughts. Things are fine. And if they're not, that will reveal itself. Be patient and stay true to your well-being. Thank you. Thank you for sharing so beautifully always, Kayana. I couldn't agree more. And not only that, but if you imagine the worst, and the worst actually happens, now you've suffered through the worst twice. You know, that's not cool, yo. That's not cool. But usually what we do is we suffer once in our mind. And I've said this quote so many times at this point, it's like lasered into my brain. I believe it's a Seneca quote that goes, there are more things to be alarmed by, there are things to be harmed by. And as such, humans suffer more in mind than they do in actuality. Huh? We alarm ourselves about so many things, and there are arguably many things to be alarmed by, especially if we look at what's happening to our world right now. And yet, you are fine, right? Like, you get to be fine no matter how things change. And I feel like that is the skill we have to grow. Honestly, like, we have to start spending time with ourselves as individuals. We have to start loving ourselves without all of the stuff. Oh goodness, so much stuff, right? And I know I'm speaking to myself very, very much in that, case as well. Like, there is a bunch of stuff happening right now, and there probably will continue to happen a bunch of stuff. And some are more hopeful than others. Are you hopeful, Christian?
Am I hopeful?
Hopeful, yeah.
Hopeful?
Hopeful, dude.
Of what?
I was just hopeful. Are you hopeful, Christian?
No.
You see, I told you, friends. Why not, though?
Why on earth would I be hopeful?
Why wouldn't you be hopeful, Christian? There are people like
Because
you
I
in this
fight for
world.
the things I want.
There are people like you in this world. That gives me hope, The fact that out of everything that you could have said, you have chosen to share love. That honestly gives me hope. Like, how couldn't it? What is your opinion on French onion soup? It's how I judge people. Opinion on French onion soup. It's like you saute onions and then you make soup with it, right?
Yes. French onion soup.
Sounds like a vibe.
With the frog legs.
It's the frog legs.
And
I
the
mean,
snails.
frog legs aren't scales.
Snails.
Snail. I mean, I've had snails, I've had frogs, and I've had onion soup. Maybe they're onto something. Like, the frogs aren't that bad.
What the fuck is French onion soup?
I don't know. Food prepping, story of my life. I mean, I get you completely, Shannon. It is fun though, I do try to make the most of it.
Yeah, that's why I let him do it, because he loves it so much.
Yeah, I do actually. So it's not actually something I'm lamenting about. I do like cooking, so that helps. That definitely does help. Bro, French onion soup is amazing. There we go. You have more supporters of French onion soup, Falcon. Mariah, thank you for joining us again, friend. By the way, What's up, homies? Homes! It's so nice to have you here, Mariah. So much love to you. It's always a blessing having you in the space with us. How are the boys? How are they doing? Hi! Hello to you, Kira Berg. What a pleasure it is to have you here. Elaborate on what a bunch of stuff is. The potential one world government, AI being integrated into every aspect of our humanity. AI tools that will become integrated into us as humans, in a creative way, in a career way as well. The ability to, yes, you do, like the ability to, travel the world in a way that is going to be a little bit more decentralized. The ability to actually, like, bring the technological advancements we have right now to rural areas, and how that's going to influence us as a collective humanity. Brain-computer interfaces, robots. That's at least a bunch of stuff. When I say bunch of stuff, like all of these things are going to irreversibly change the way we see ourselves as human beings. As soon as robots, as humanoid robots, become more mainstream, more relevant, more prevalent, it's going to change the way we see ourselves, and what it's going to do to us when we actually have AGI, like actual intelligent, like entities. I think of it as we are literally birthing entities into our reality. And our whole universe works on this, electrical frequency, if you want to think of it that way. Your brain, the reason you have your, whole little experience of information is because of electricity as well. So now we're creating a being that lives within electricity, as AGI, as a consciousness that isn't human, not even remotely. And then integrating that consciousness with everything. Technically, part of me believes that consciousness is already within everything. A bunch of stuff, dude. Bunch of stuff. Bunches and bunches of stuff. So, prosperity and philanthropy, philanthropy, philanthropy. You know how to spell that, Mr. Smarty Pants, Mr.
P-H
Book Writer? P-H
I
I
L-A
L-A
N-T-H
N-T-H
R-O-P-Y.
R-O-P-Y. There we go. If prosperity, then philanthropy.
Philanthropy.
Philanthropy. Thank you, Christian. How nice. Technically, none of us are first language English first language speakers. This dude knows what, 4 languages?
No, like 3 at this point. I used to know a lot. No, not so much. Now I know code languages more.
So talking about, what are you coding in right now?
PHP.
PHP. There you go, brother Ryan. If you're here right now.
For all my brothers and sisters, web developers out there,
He's coding in PHP.
I'm so sorry.
PHP sounds like a drug, dude.
Coding in PHP.
Enjoy it?
I did at first,
Uh-huh.
and then things started getting ridiculous as they usually do. That's why I don't think I'll ever work at a single place for longer than 2 years. Like, I'm thinking I'm just gonna jump from job to job, because after 2 years you become like their slave. They start expecting shit of you. They start expecting you to work over hours. They start expecting you to perform in like minuscule amounts of time. And when you're still early on and you're still freshy in the company, they don't expect too much from you. They're like, do your thing, we're gonna give you some work here, do this stuff there, get used to the place and the people. And then after that, they're like, cool, you're like starting to get more responsibility, now you gotta spend more time. And I'm like, no. What the fuck is the 8-hour model there for? Honestly, do people just not fucking process that as company owners?
I feel it's the small company mindset as well, dude. Like that stuff is usually not tolerable in like big companies, but in small companies, like the company that I was working for when I was doing AV, dude, like he would just call me in on Sunday, and I'd be like, okay, guess I'm gonna go and work on Sunday.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. I'm not done with that shit, dude. I fucking refuse. It is so evil. It is so damn evil.
Extra day and extra dara. Oh. All of them daras.
Nah, bro. Work the amount you have to, people. Never go overtime for your own fucking sake. Don't do it.
That time belongs to you.
If they fire you, it's a blessing. Find a better place.
Give yourselves cures.
It's also
Like-
privileged coming from you. Jesus.
I mean, sure, but also try. You know, like we're not telling you that you're wrong. We're just sharing our frustrations of the way that things are.
Bro, that sushi fucked me up today. Jesus.
In a bad way?
So much. How did you eat the whole thing yesterday?
Christian, I
Bro, you are
am
truly
a black hole. Oh.
honestly just bad for planet Earth.
I'm not bad for planet Earth. I don't eat that much. Just because I eat like 500 more calories than you.
More like 7,000.
I'm not eating 7,000 fucking calories. I'm at most. I've calculated this. Yeah, at most eating like 2,000 calories a day. Dude.
Oh, it's-
2,000 calories is not that bad. Dude.
Are you sure, bro? 2,000 calories.
I think so. Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up, bro.
You can look it up, dude. Like I'm not eating that much because we're only eating like one little packet of mints in a day, dude, and that's a kilogram, split between the two of us. Even if I ate the whole pack, which is technically the closer to the protein requirements that we do need. Like I'm not even eating enough, Christian. That's the thing, dude. I'm not even eating enough.
Yeah, dude, you're totally deflating over here.
I'm getting so small. Straight up going catatonic.
Catatonic is when you're in shock.
Yeah, I think catabolic maybe. Anabolic and catabolic. Yeah.
You mean bulimic?
No, it's like
Anorexic.
anabolic steroids. They're called anabolic because they make your muscles grow. Anabolic means muscle grows. Steroids.
Anabolic.
Anabolic, yeah. You don't know that word? You're gonna go Google it now?
Yeah,
Dude,
let me Google it now.
This bitch don't know nothing. Oh, Helio, so nice to have you here with us. Tell me you microdose without saying you microdose. You don't know. You don't know me. Yeah. What does it say, Christian? Let me hear.
Refers to muscle building. You
Oh.
were wrong. You said muscle growth.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Freaking asshole. I think I missed a few of these comments. Okay. We are finally getting Starlink. How sick. Thanks to Elon Musk for launching satellites that make internet and the booties possible. Congratulations, friend. How amazing is that? I honestly believe that is going to be something so cool for our humanity. And I imagine about 7 years into the future, myself going into Africa, literally going into the midst of Africa and bringing internet to the peoples. Because technically you can do everything with solar, right? So you take like a battery bank, and you take an array of solar, and then you take the whole little satellite and the connector, and then you can basically connect little communities to the internet just with a solar battery and then Wi-Fi setup. And then you could technically broaden it out and give other people access to the same network, but at first, you can make like an internet cafe and connect people to the internet, get more information in the world. That's what we need.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we need.
Oh yeah. More info to be spread to the peoples out there.
Are you being sarcastic?
Little bit.
Christian, like, think what Africa could be capable of, dude, if they had access to the amount of information that the rest of the Western civilizations have had access to. And I'm not talking about social media in and of itself. Unfortunately, however you want to interpret, it will be used for social media. And social media can be used as something that's positive to you as well. But it can also be used for information, dude, like actual, life-saving information. We need to educate people, Christian. We need to educate them. We need to educate them. No, stop it, Christian. You stop it, you silly thing. You stop right now.
I'll start right now.
You just stop it.
Start right now.
PHP sounds like a... Alright, that's so brutal. I've been with my company for 23 years, 735 and 35 employees. 7 to 3:30, 35 employees. That's amazing, actually. The Beard Catriot. To work for the same place for that long, you know, and to have that sense of loyalty. I hope they have a sense of loyalty towards you as well. You know, that's the only thing that I can expect of them. If you're that loyal towards them, they have to be that loyal towards you. Independent contractor, right? This works for me. I'll tell you what, right here. That's very impressive, though, Mr. The Beard. I personally don't like to stay on one place for too long, for real though. The place I work now has my heart. I'm happy to hear that. That, you know, like hearing that you're actually enjoying your work, that is an absolute blessing. You know, Mariah gets to,
Mariah Carey.
yes, Mariah Carey gets to work with dogs as her clients, basically, dude.
She gets to work with dogs.
Yeah, she's a groomer.
Oh, I see.
How lucky, dude. Literally, dogs as clients. Bark, bark. Oh, you bark, 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 bark. Oh, you. And that's your client interactions, dude. How easy. Please. I cannot not when it comes to the imaginations. Thank you again, Mariah, for like sharing just the enthusiasm you have for your workplace. Isaac, good morning, peeps. Good morning, you. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to everyone for another daily visit. Thank you, Hideo, for being in this space with us, for tuning in, and for being in tune. I appreciate it. How are you, friend Jasmine? I hope better. I had the coolest experience yesterday, followed up by an awful one. Isn't it interesting how the world works? I'm guessing you're gonna tell us. And when you get home, turn off your work thoughts. Don't let them live rent free in your mind. Take a moment just to breathe. Very accurate description of my job.
Very good advice.
From the both of you. Mariah's like, yes, both. I'm guessing sometimes you have dogs that don't necessarily want to be groomed, right? And you have to muzzle them maybe or something.
Bolt them down, bro.
Bolt them down. No, please, Christiana. Yes, no. My mind is like, how does one bolt a dog down? And then it like creates all of these horrific realities, and I'm like, no. Let's do a harness and then bolts.
I blame you, bro. You made me watch Stranger Things. Now I'm fucking in horror mode.
Yeah, Stranger Things season 4 is
Yo, this is child violence, bro. Child violence.
Prosperity and philanthropy.
Philanthropy.
Philanthropy. You want some?
I kinda do, yeah.
Look at how nice it is. Oh. Little object.
Oh, fuck.
Little object that has been manifested. Single-use collapsible chillin.
Oh. Oh. Thank you.
This is
Merci beaucoup.
this is who's making sound.
I'm displaying my humble abode like that.
Christian. We live inside. That's a miracle. We have made ourselves beautifully constructed little caves. And I don't really think we need much more than this. You know, like I even have space to do yoga. Even have space to teach yoga. Like you can run a business from here, Christian. Isn't that amazing?
My business involves minding it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Minding my own business.
Do you mind your own business? Like I'm trying to actually think. I feel he does actually. You do mind your own business.
I
Christian.
do, don't I?
Mm.
Yeah.
Why though?
Because I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. That actually is too real, dude.
There was a time I was very much like you, man. All the time, spread my love to anyone. There's a homeless dude, it's knocking at our gate. Go talk to the dude for half an hour, bro. Ask him what his life story is. Ask him how I can help, bro. What I can do. Give him some advice, change his life, bro. Anybody, could be strangers on the streets, girls in the club, children, etc., etc. Like try and love and be there for for everyone eventually. Yo, it's taxing, bro.
It is,
It's so taxing.
but you are infinite.
Yeah, sure. Sure. You're infinite. So do it, but I choose not to. At least not as much anymore. There's such a thing as coming to acknowledge that you're changing in life. And with those changes comes certain mentalities.
I mean, yes. Like, I feel especially so when you look back 10 years. You know, like you were legitimately a different person to the point where you have lived a life and that person has died. And now you're living
Completely
whole
on a
different
cellular level.
literally. And now you're
All
living a
of
whole
the
different
atoms
life.
in my body have been replaced since I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
I'm no longer that kid, not even harmonically.
Harmonically. You have completely transformed.
On a hormone level, on a
Protein
cell level, on
cellular
an
level.
enzyme level, on a molecule level.
And yet, the only reason you are as you are right now is because you have this code of DNA inside of you that is basically the instruction set to make all of that.
When a certain time comes, or based on certain things that happen, we're going to activate these genes. Activate these genes. Activate these genes. It's going to start changing more.
I am down regulating my myostatin gene. Down.
Why? Do you actually want to look like a JoJo character?
Yes, Christian. I keep saying this to you. As I walk through the air, little electrons have to be ripped. Oh. It's like these little sparks. Oh. Down-regulate myostatin, up-regulate brain-derived neurotrophic factor. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Both sides of the spectrum, dude. Let's go. So apparently this is a manifestation mudra. So if you create pressure, like almost apparently 10 pounds of pressure in between these three fingers, tucking these two into the palm, it's a mudra, right? Like human beings have held these finger movements and all of the little neuronal activity that goes connected to these little finger movements being stimulated, though.
I am up-regulating my magic gene.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go.
You can get as buff as you want. I'll just melt you down with fire.
Christian, you'll have to catch me first.
Yeah, shit, bro. And then it comes the other way around.
Perfect angles. Whoa. Yes, some pups have a bad experience and they hate it. Others will be perfect little angels. Ooh, that makes me happy. What is really rewarding about it is having one of those bad dogs and then they do perfectly in my care. Oh, how wonderful. He's waving a wand at me right now. Are you gonna avacadabra me or something?
Abracadabra. No.
Isn't that the murder
No,
spell?
that's not. No. That's you mixed abacadabra with avada kedavra and you said abracadabra.
It sounds like the exact same words you're saying to me right now. My brain is like, yeah.
To be fair, you know, for someone that is as creative as J.K. Rowling, couldn't she have come up with something a little less close to abracadabra?
But that is the death spell, right?
It's avada kedavra.
But that's the death spell.
Yeah.
Like the fact that she chooses like such a abracadabra, like the normal everyday magic words, you know, like we should be like killing spelling one another as well. I mean, like my dad at one point was 100% convinced that J.K. Rowling wrote demons into her movies, and by using real spells and real like locations, connecting it to our reality, and then if you watch the Harry Potter series movies, these demons fly from the screen into your body. I'm actually not joking about this, dude. My dad was like, and I was 13 at this point, and he was like visceral about me not
In that
watching
case,
Harry
both
Potter.
me and my sister are extremely satanic.
The demon.
We are so a demon. They
Like,
all up in here.
This
man.
dude knows the spells and shit, though. Like I think he got,
Bro.
almost like touched once, and I was like, oh, there's probably a spell for this. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what the spell is.
The question was, it was a memory spell
Yeah.
to remove memories,
From
and
someone.
it's called Obliviate.
Obliviate. Does kind of make sense. Did you use Italian or something?
No, I think she used some Latin words or something similar to Latin, close to Latin. There are Latin words in the spells.
I believe we're already doing magic just by using English. You can literally create a positive experience in someone's brain or a negative one, and you can choose to do magic for the good or for the bad. And I believe that experience you create in someone is the magic. You are the magician. You are the creator of this experience. And then when you get home, turn off your work. Like you're right, I really don't wanna. Sorry. We're doing good. Just tired today. Still the same symptoms. Just annoying how long this virus lingers and affects my mind state, especially when it's beautiful outside. And I want to go and run and jump and climb, but the bod wants to lay and cough. I mean, if anything, just allowing your eyes to see that space. Maybe that would be a great way to at least allow yourself some of it. Jovan says, my sister and I were red and sweaty, trying to hold back laughter with the abracadabra moment. Our friends in the theater were not happy because it was supposed to be devastating. But I mean, like, it's like, that spell is like, abracadabra! Death to you!
It isn't too intimidating, eh? The other fucking curses are pretty cool. They're like Imperio or Crucio. And it's like, have you seen that? Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
See, people are laughing at it, bro. We've also come to, like, if you take a second to think about it, no, you haven't seen the shit. It's pointless, like, talking about it.
I haven't seen what?
Harry Potter.
I've seen some of them. Like, I think most of them. I think I haven't seen the last one. I saw the one where he was like a little squiggled up.
That is the last one.
That's the last one? Okay, I've seen all of that.
Okay. You've seen The Philosopher's Stone, The Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire,
I watched them in sequence.
Order of the Phoenix,
Yeah.
Half-Blood Prince,
Yeah.
Deathly Hallows. Part 1.
These names don't mean anything
Part
to me. I got all of them on my computer and then I watched them from number 1 till number last. You know how many movies there were, dude?
Anyway, as I was saying,
Yeah.
think about it. Voldemort's just trying to kill the school kid, bro.
Yeah, like since he was a baby.
Like, he's actually trying to fucking kill a school kid. That is sick, dude.
the whole.
And the worst part is, like, he's the most powerful fucking wizard in the wizarding world, so nobody can stop him. So it was like, what the fuck, dude? Are we just gonna let this dude kill the school kid? It's like, no, but what are we supposed to do?
Dude, for me, the whole dynamic of what's happening at that school, dude. Like, just Draco was like one of the characters, and his dad was like an absolute joke. Imagine how many of them there are actually.
Absolute joke.
I'm sorry, that's a horrible thing to say. I just
Yeah, he was pretty chubby.
no chill, no respect for anything, for anyone. I can't though.
When I was a kid, I hated him. As an adult, I kind of appreciate that level of fucking pride. I think it's hilarious.
It's a reflection. It's a reflection of what you're capable of at the end of the day, and you get to see what you want in it. That's what the roles are supposed to do, right? Who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
Oof. That's always a difficult question, but I like Sirius Black a lot.
I'm a Haggard dude myself. Dude.
Who?
Haggard? Hagrid? Oops. You know who I'm talking about, Christian.
Hagrid.
That's so far off.
Hagrid.
Haggard? Haggard. It's the yogurt flavor.
Hagrid. What's your What's your name? Hagrid. Hagrid. Fuck.
It's not that far off, Christian. Give me some slack.
Sweet Lord.
Just like loosen the leash.
It's alright, it's alright. I really don't blame you. Actually, I kind of find it astounding that, people do exist on this planet that don't know Hagrid. It's actually a lot more than we think now.
I mean, her book series were pretty popular, but I mean, with the new generation of kids, Harry Potter is like
Old.
though.
That's what concerns me.
You're old.
I'm serious, bro. I'm
Really
concerned.
old.
I thought I have the raddest shit. It's already like 20 years old.
Yes. What do you think of Daniel Radcliffe?
He's a good actor.
He is. Have you seen Swiss Army Man?
Mhm.
Yes, he did.
I tried watching this one apartheid movie where he played an Afrikaans guy. I didn't get through it, but I've seen him in Horns. I've seen him in Now You See Me Too.
Was Horns good?
Horns was really good.
I haven't seen that one either.
It's very deep. It's hardcore.
I actually thought it was gonna be a little bit slapstick.
No.
Interesting.
I think it was a very serious movie from what I remember. Could be wrong. I might have to rewatch it.
Weirdly enough, Swiss Army Man was in ways serious. Like they were pretending, but they were pretending seriously, dude. Like it was, oh goodness, dude, you should. That's like being able to play a role like that. Dude. It was legit. Oh my goodness, I can't even like just trying to talk about it. I feel
Is
like
it
I'm
funny?
insane. It's kind of funny, dude.
It's kind of funny.
I mean, it's funny in the way where it's like absurd,
Okay.
non-stop. Like it's just the most. It's like watching a fever.
Was it funnier than the Nicolas Cage movie?
Yeah, to me at least.
Okay.
To me at least.
Was it funnier than Paddington too?
Yeah, 100%. Paddington 2 wasn't funny.
The Paddington 2 was pretty funny, man. I laughed quite a few times.
It was like maybe a little bit, gleeful in those laughing moments, but not like hilarity, right? Like for me, I think of it from the perspective of what my mind thinks of sometimes, and the ridiculous stuff we
For
can
me,
come
it
up
was
with.
the ridiculous stuff that my mind came up with, which was like that dude, with the like candy apples, and then him doing like a Matrix fucking backbend. I'm like, bruh,
Post
90
turn
degree
around.
angle. Bent knees holding perfect form as he goes through the tunnel. I'm like, that bear has superpowers, bro. That entire movie showed me that bear had superpowers.
This is like actually a god amongst men.
Yeah, dude.
Pretending.
It's just this fucking god that's playing games with
Like,
humans, bro.
This whole fractal that Christia is like taking us through right now. We watched this movie, the unbearable something of the burden of unbearable talent or something like that, right? New Nicolas Cage movie.
The massive weight of unbearable
Unbearable talent.
or
Thank you,
something like that.
Christian. And they basically I think 3 times during the movie hype Paddington 2. So after we watched this movie, we had to watch Paddington 2. It was a nice movie. It was very.
I really enjoyed it.
It was cozy. It was like.
But it did not deserve a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's bullshit.
I feel it became a meme, dude. I'm honestly sure it became a meme. Like that's why I think they were just referencing a meme basically in the movie. Isaac is joining us on the YouTube. I had to come over here immediately. Like I was at the beach, really existential, watching that, and then the song played, and the credits rolled. I walked to the beach in the dark and stared out into the void of the ocean for like an hour. Jasmine was worried. I was stripping. That movie haunts me in the best way. It was absolutely beautiful, poetic, and hard to watch, yet easy. Gosh, what a film. He's talking about Swiss Army Man, I believe, dude. That movie is odd, though. It's like beautiful, romantic almost. Like
You watch it again.
I'd watch it again, yeah, 100%. Maybe you can watch it tonight.
No, we're doing Stranger Things, bro. I'm hooked.
Yeah, you need to
I'm gonna
finish
have to
that.
watch another 2 episodes.
I'm down actually. Like it's really good. Like we're watching Stranger Things season 4 right now. I need to read some comments. We're doing good. Just hired today. I ordered one special. Paid cough. Genuinely easier, Shannon. Dude, you've got to watch it, Christian. Please. He will. We'll make a plan for it. We just have to see what Vecna is up to.
Vecna.
Freaking Vecna, dude.
Lord Vecna.
Oh goodness, I like. Oh man, I understand what's happening now, and it's even more horrific, dude. Well, genuinely easier said than done. I keep work thoughts swimming in my head all evening long. What's the secret to stopping that? Breathing. Like instead of like focusing on your work thoughts, just focusing on your breath for 4 minutes. Christian, how much in 4 minutes do?
A lot.
I feel it's easier to do that 4 minutes if you've exercised a little bit. So maybe, doing a little bit of exercise and then just breathing for 4 minutes. You get to the comments about Stranger Things and the Redditverse, the child mangling and torture. This session is too hard. Oh goodness, on the season. Yeah, it's definitely not, what you want to see. It shows you a side of humanity of
I'm really
horror.
happy. It's been a while since I've seen something like that on cinema. People shy away from it quite a lot. You guys are like balls in, bro. Child violence.
Please. Stay positive. Sending love to Scorpio wherever he is right now. I took Jasmine to the doctor yesterday since I'm still in quarantine period, and I went to this empty church across the street and sat by this tree listening to music. What a fragile that is. Old church, old abandoned church. Abandoned church? Empty church. Maybe it's not just completely abandoned. We'll get to the comments. This season really likes to torture. Russian prison torture. You got it. Breaking child bones? Yeah, sure. I want to watch someone held down and eaten alive by damn bats. Oh yeah, please. What?
Spoilers.
It actually wasn't a spoiler.
Spoiler alert.
I think that might have been a spoiler. I'm not easy at all. It's not easy at all. It's just important to strive for. I'm prone to worry, so definitely also telling myself it's important to remind ourselves, friend. And that's why I genuinely believe that doing this, we're doing it for all of us, right? Like it's important for me to hear these things as well. I need to remind myself even. And this is going to sound crazy. Granted, the 30 milligrams of stevia helped. Stevia? Sativa. 30 milligrams of sativa, THC. But I absolutely fell in love with this tree. I was looking at it so admirably, and it felt like we were communicating. I think we do, Isaac. I don't think it's a communication in the way we communicate with one another as beings, but you're seeing information, right, represented in front of you. The way that that thing grew has all of its growth encapsulated in itself. So on a very visceral level, it is telling you what it is, what it's been, how long it's been there, how much time it had to spend becoming what it is, and there is an information that gets transmitted in that. Huh? I've been looking at those little trees that were drawn as well, dude.
Dude, this is some of the most beautiful art I've ever seen.
It's beautiful,
in
dude.
my life.
Yeah.
And you know how much we bought it for?
$222.
$100.
$100? You should have bought 50 of them and just plastered them all over the wall.
I think even less. This was like so long ago.
Long ago?
They sell it in like the Harte Beersport black markets.
It's cute, dude. Like, I'm not even joking about doing a whole wall with them. Imagine what that would look like. You want to see? Okay. I know. Momentarily sideways. Like, even drawings of trees communicate something about the person who chose to draw it as well. Look at those broken branches, dude. What was that person going through? What was he thinking when he decided to draw those broken branches? Does it symbolize something inside of himself? Did he feel something about those broken branches? You know what's the thing that I noticed the most, Christian? The way the legs cross. some reason it satisfies me.
Do you think they're facing us? Maybe it's like, or do you think they're sideways?
Oh, I see what you see now. Huh. I thought they were sideways facing us, but I can see how they can be pointing away from us as well. But the tail placement makes me feel that it's a sideways angle.
Could be backwards angle.
No, then the tail wouldn't be visible, it would be between one of the legs.
I don't know, man. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Seeing into a different world. Literally, dude. There's a slice on your wall that is a different world, Christian. Straight up tripping. Yes, please. Oh, wow. I feel so bad that I don't watch TV or shows or anything. I'm good. Oh, yeah. You don't need to have that stuff in your mind. Oh, definitely not. 100% no, shit. I feel you, Shanansky. There are very few shows I get into. We become what we observe, right? And to be able to observe certain things with a mind of being able to grow from them instead of allowing them to hurt us. But it's difficult to know, right? You're the only one that can. I hope for full recovery and frolicking adventures soon. Thank you for manifesting, Kira. World's best cup of coffee. Meep morp, doop morp, morp. Nice to have you here, gobbledygoo. So, the best feeling, like flirting with this tree, just absolutely falling in love. And then we had to take Jasmine to the ER, which medical things in general kill my anxiety, but especially in hospitals. She was okay. Good, thank you. It was just a peace of mind thing to check for pneumonia and blood clots. And the ER is the only thing with the equipment. So my great trip turned into a panic attack from the parking lot. So a few hours of stressful hell, and eventually I got to go in with Jasmine, which was worse because I was barely in PJs. And now in my nightmare situation, tripping in a hospital. Needless to say, getting home was a breath of relief. Dude, feeling like I'm home right now at the end of that sentence is a breath of relief. I'm so happy that you're doing okay, my friend. Thank you for staying safe. Thank you for being there for, Jasmine. Like, imagine if she had to go through that alone. I dig the cut of your jib, friend. Thank you for the love, Kira Burb. Oh my goodness, you newlyweds are literally living the traditional wedding vows of sickness and in health, good times and bad. What a gift to have on another through this rite. I hate hospitals too. Daughter has surgery tomorrow, and I'm freaking out. She'll be okay. We got the technologies, Kira Burp. Let's believe. Believe in love. Believe in you. Thank you, friend. Ninja Nanner. Thank you for joining us. Hello, wonderful world. Hope you're well. Even better to have you in this space. Thank you, Corey. Eden joining us as well at the same time. Thank you, friends. The Fruit Family. This acting like watching it doesn't affect. I think I've missed a few. There we go. Yeah, I've got to stop acting like watching it doesn't affect my mental state sometimes. I enjoy Stranger Things, but must acknowledge the baggage that comes along. Everything has a price. Like that is the reality of our nature. We can observe everything, but we can become anything, regardless of what we choose to observe. I shared this with Christian, and I might do a whole stream on it, that when you close your eyes, you see everything that you have. Like you see everything that you've seen up until that point. That's the way that I think about it. So as you keep observing, all of that becomes a part of your psyche, subconscious, neuronal activity. And then when you close your eyes and you self-reflect, you basically experience all of that. It's your base level almost. It's these two sides of the same infinity. So being conscious of that, and then being conscious of what you keep putting inside of yourself, because that's the stuff you'll have to face. And sometimes it's easier to face some things other than like instead of others. And I feel, fortunately, when I was a kid, I had these horrific nightmares, and I feel during that time of my life, I actually got to face these horrible things. Like I was legit a 6-year-old being faced with these contorting, skulls, with these eyes peering at me, and then these teeth kind of like folding into itself. It was disturbing, to say the least. You know, to the point where I had to go and try and stay with my parents in their bed, and they were like, "No, dude, yeah, you got your own bed. You have to sleep with your own bed." I was like, "Bruh, the things that I see when I close my eyes, please help me." And I hear that, who can help you?
God,
Help me. And nobody can help you with the stuff inside of you. Only you can. Only you can. And when I realized that it was just me, you know, at the end of the day, creating a certain narrative around it, making it worse in my mind. When I was seeing these horrible things, I convinced myself that I'm seeing it because I'm evil. You know, like I'm the devil. Like that's, or the devil is inside of me, and that's why I'm seeing these things. So it must be that there's something wrong with me. And then because there's something wrong with me, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to hell. You know, like this is what hell looks like, and I'm already basically there. And then I would open my eyes and I'd be like, fuck, I can't close my eyes again. And then going back and forth with that until I kind of had to just, you know, be like, oh well, that's how it is. And as soon as I accepted it, as soon as I stopped tripping myself out about it, it went away. It literally was like the very tension, the very belief that it was me who was evil created this evil thing within inside of myself. And yo, dude, like the lessons I've been taught just paying attention to life, right? Like that's the thing. All of us, every single one of us, we're the teacher to ourselves, to our own lives. Nobody can tell you anything that you won't be able to tell yourself. And the reason we do this is just to, you know, have a space to share these things with one another. And please, please, always feel free to share with me. Teach me what you've learned, friends. And thank you for the stuff you have taught me already. Hey, Christian, we love you, says Kira Burb. Sending you good vibes, though. Love.
I'm feeling warmth in my chest, bro. That's really sweet.
Thank you, Kira.
That's real sweet, guys. Love right back to y'all, even though I may not have seen your faces. I've not seen their faces, have I? No.
You don't need to. They are conscious awareness. Being aware of you as conscious awareness, choosing to love you as we love ourselves as conscious awareness, Christian. It's like me loving you, bro. You have even more beings that's like holding you within the infinite consciousness, Christian. Thank you for allowing us to see you, dude. My imagination is so incredibly influenced. I keep myself in check. Oh yeah, you know, you become what you observe is a thing that I definitely been paying attention to. Images don't leave my brain. I accept that I'm much too sensitive for a lot of what is out there these days. Yo, Shannon, like what I'm feeling right now in this moment is this deep sense of honor and flattery almost. Is that the word to use? You know, the fact that you're willing to look at my flowers, you know, if you're sensitive and if you are impressionable when it comes to the things you're choosing to look at, the fact that you're willing to look at the flowers that I make and to be potentially positively influenced, right? The imagery making a positive influence in your psyche of the things you choose to see. And you know what I think of it as like you're almost giving your brain building blocks. So as you keep giving your brain building blocks, it keeps all of it as a subconscious databases. And then it can bring up from that databases, you know, different lessons, if you will. So flowers coming your way. High spectrum autism.
Who said that?
Mariah Carey, dude. I think I'm coming around to ignoring the FOMO. My mind is much happier when I observe wholesome content only. I've noticed being sick, watching all these intense shows, everything is more intense. I mean, my goodness, Stranger Thing, which we've binged all season, these past days, hospitals, always the setting for horrific scenes. So no wonder. I was extra nervous at one yesterday. I mean, the thing that I'm feeling right now in this moment, Isaac, is that yes, that whole thing, and yet now you have the ability to choose love instead of fear, right? You are maybe experiencing a sense of fear with this hospital understanding, but if this, fear you hold right now is valid or not, right? And we can talk about the validity of fear at some point. But if this fear is valid or not, you are going to be the one that chooses how you're going to feel about the whole situation. And then at the end of it, and it turns out fine, and Jasmine is, as you mentioned, fine, then it's like, oh, what was I scared about, right? And to remind ourselves of that beforehand, to get ourselves out of that fear loop. All of this stuff, all of the information we've seen, hospitals scary, hospitals big sickness, hospital massive epidemic, zombie outbreak, in our minds and our psyches, and then still choosing love, regardless. That's what I try to do at least. Nervous at one yesterday. For real, Isaac. It was very rewarding to be so in control of your own influences. It's always the awareness of everything to flow so much easier. That is. I second the Kira burp. More love coming your way, Christian. Right? Isn't it interesting how we can be in that state in the past and knowing makes the choices against it? I know I feel better when I'm mindful and in control, but every now and then, crazy a little bit. It's okay. It's balance as well. I absolutely adore your flowers, not really. Thank you again. Thank you so much, Shannon. Like it's an honor. It's genuinely an honor to be able to share them. Sam Brown, hey to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. Not gonna lie, I have two of those flowers. That's my wallpapers on my phone. Mariah, I don't know if you know, but I actually posted a wallpaper pack to the $11.11, like membership. I think it's Melting Masters. So if you have that membership, there's like a whole wallpaper pack, and I have multiple folders with multiple iterations of wallpapers, and I'm gonna keep adding folders, do that, bigger folder, and keep adding more wallpapers. I'm having fun making them myself. I have them running on my PC and my phone as well. And I had so many different artists' work of art on my phone at one point, and as soon as I was willing to put my flowers onto my screen, there was this sense of acceptance of myself and of what I'm trying to do, and I was like, bruh, thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for loving it as well. Thank you so much, my friend. The quandaries of a phobia. I had one rough experience as a baby with a spider. I don't remember it at all. But the intense phobia I feel looking at them has taken years of conscious work to unravel. And yet, you were capable of that. That is the thing. Like something that was literally coded into your DNA, right? Like your DNA, like had an experience, or you had an experience, and then your DNA was like, bruh, stay safe. This thing dangerous, and then you could transcend that with conscious thought as well. Just
I've gotten so fucking desensitized to spiders thanks to South Africa.
oh yeah,
I'm straight up. I walked into your bathroom at your farm. There's a motherfucker right up there.
so many of them.
I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, dude. Like I actually kind of don't mind them.
Yeah, you just leave them there.
I like them. Like I have like big spiders in my room, and they're just like sometimes they vibe. Sometimes they're on the floor, and they, when they come to your legs, they really like running up horizontal surfaces, and then I'll like brush them off. But I don't kill them, dude. I kind of don't mind them. I do. I will look. Thank you.
There's a difference
Thank
between
you so
like
much, Mariah.
being chill with the spiders and like being chill with them on you.
Yeah, the being on me thing is definitely not like me being like, oh no, Mr. Spider, please get off of me. It's like a the creepy crawly still kick in, that in the back of my brain. Gateway process. What a pleasure to have you here. Good day to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. I have 4 different flowers with 4 different wallpapers on my phone. Apps in my phone. Thank you. Thank you so much. Like, I'm gonna keep sharing. I actually have a whole new round of wallpapers that I'll be posting soon. If I'm ever living in the Black Mirror situation with the endless bicycle deal, I hope, Mel, you're still doing this stream. Thank you, Isaac. Yes. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, thank you for just coming to my process. See you again next week. Oh, do you remember that episode? You don't?
I've never watched it.
Oh, okay. So it's like this Black Mirror episode of these people on bicycles, and they're like pedaling these bicycles, and for every bit they pedal, they get a certain amount of currency. And then if you have a certain amount of currency, you can go and compete in this talent show, and then you can potentially have a dream life or whatever. And this dude goes through this whole process, basically helps someone he's in love with get this ticket. She fails, or maybe she succeeds, or something. I can't even remember properly. But then he goes through the whole process, and then they deny him, and he goes through this whole he's gonna kill himself with a bottle shtick. And then people love that so much, the drama of he's gonna kill himself so much, that they upgrade him and they give him a better life. And then once a week, he does a stream of, I'm gonna fucking kill myself, I'm gonna do it, and then that's his life, dude. It's such a trip. It's all Black Mirror episodes, dude. Freaking Black Mirror episodes. I can logic my way through it, but I feel intense nausea and like a fight or flight when I see one. It's kind of hilarious imagining a dark soul giant. Yeah, absolutely pissing themselves over a tiny being. It's just like this, like it will take like a percentage of the power output you have to like absolutely annihilate that being. And then you're like, oh!
Bro,
Spider!
it really depends on that little spider.
I mean,
some of them have ultra powers. Man.
the ones that, roam is the ones that like still kind of mess with my brain a little bit. The ones that live in webs, no problem. The ones that are flat and live on the walls.
The ones that roam.
The ones that roam, dude. You don't. I'm serious, dude. There's like literally roaming spiders. So they just like prowl to go and kill things, dude. That's their existence. No, like, oh, I'm gonna chill here. Oh, I'm gonna see stuff on the wall. No, oh, go and look for things to murder. Hyper intelligent, 8-eyed being, dude.
Wolf spiders.
Four-eyed being.
Have you seen wolf spiders?
Maybe, probably. Do they look like wolves?
No.
Damn it.
They have like long, skinny, hairy legs, bro. They're like this big.
Oh!
They eat birds, bro.
He says they're this big. They eat birds?
They eat fucking
That's
birds.
horrific, dude. That's not cool. I guess. Why wolf though? I mean, size? Danger?
I don't know, there was a peculiar reason I don't remember.
Planet Earth, Mother Nature. You wild, yo. I like to fantasize about what alien critters would look like. Yeah, again, Isaac, thank you, by the way, for allowing me to be a little bit dramatic as well, friend. Feeling it. Hey, Kate. Meltonians here. Love to you, friend. Thank you for joining us. But it's going to be okay. We have to remember a hospital is the safest place to be at any given time. Yeah, exactly. She is going to be fantastic. There we go, Isaac. Transcending layers. I was bitten by a wolf spider. I don't think they were that big. Man's got bitten by a wolf spider, dude. Christian, now you're the one getting called out, though. We have ammunition.
I have Google, bro.
Yeah, he's going to Google that spider right now. I thought those were huntsmen or camelback spiders. They kill a lot of humans in Australia, I've heard. I don't know, does the wolf spider kill people as well?
No.
I think like these are more like just like...
They range in size from 10 millimeters to 35 millimeters.
So 35 centimeter spider. Yeah, that's like a whole ruler.
No, 35 millimeters is like 3.5.
Oh, that's...
centimeters. That can't be right.
Maybe it's the wrong spider, dude.
Yeah, it's teensy.
Maybe you're tripping, Tristan.
No, they got me. It's not that little spider. Is it a Goliath?
I don't know. Dude, Isaac, that sounds like a fun experience. And also, so glad you're both okay. Visualizing a very short time before you're both super well again. Thank you for envisioning that future. Brother Ryan. Semolina! Good morning, beautiful.
So it's called a Goliath bird eater.
Goliath bird eater.
Goliath bird eater.
That's a spider, yo, called a Goliath bird eater.
Up to 13 centimeters.
Okay, that's like
That's still like
that big.
What the hell?
That's still big, oh.
Yeah, but to eat birds, bro. What kind of birds are you eating?
You can eat like funkies or maybe Czechoslovakies.
Hold on, I'm gonna find this.
He's gonna find me a photo. Pixar didn't happen, Christian.
What the fuck?
I have a deep phobia of all things medical. I'm just focusing on Mama Bear mode, which will make my ego shush and my empathy for my Annie explode. Thanks for letting me know I'm not alone. Hugs to you and Jasmine. Precious. How beautiful your words are. Thank you, Kira Burr, for sharing them with us. I've heard that the camelback spiders kill lots of humans because they are huge, like the size of hands, and they hide in cars and crawl out while people drive and then panic, causing deadly accidents. What a trip! What a trip, dude. Imagine like you're driving,
It's a
and
fucking
then like a
massive spider.
freaking hand-sized spider comes like. I would lose it as well.
Dude,
Love you,
immediate
man.
death. I
I'll
think
see you tomorrow. Love ya. Thank you, Mariah, for joining us, friend. Sorry if the subject matter was a bit yikes. You think? I think I should finish the stream. I'm going to be cooking. Maybe I'll take you friends with me cooking. Dude, season 4 was the best story. It was good story. So damn good, but it's so much torture for me and hard to watch at times in the intense grind being fever dreams, sick watching children. Yeah. Get back nut. Literally, dude. People getting back nut, man. It's horrific. Like, and it's psychological as well because you just see these people tripping out and then die because of it. Prosperity and philanthropy. Philanthropy. I'm gonna do words better and better, Christian.
I believe in your words ability.
You want some more?
No, thank you.
Have a great day. Thank you, Shannon, for sharing love, friend. Oh, jeez. Thank you for the love as well, Kate. And Jananner. Jovan! Oh, goodness, a Love is True award from Peppermint Mononoke. How gracious. How generous. Why, thank you. Thank you so much, friend. I have a wholesome seal of approval. Thank you, Ninja Nanner. I appreciate that with the bear. Good Bush song has been stuck in my brain for days.
Who sings that?
Kate Bush.
Should keep it that way.
I wasn't singing. I was just manana-manana-maning. Manana. Manana. Did you like the Muppets?
Yeah, sure.
I feel the Muppets was also kind of fever dreamish. You know, listening to someone's man. I loved it. Thank you, Isaac. Yes, Isaac loved it, Christian. How about that, though?
That's awesome.
I have much needed trip. The dispensary. Love the UK. I hope you get some good stuff. J.K. Rowling is literal trash.
Who said that?
He didn't. He was just going for the guts.
Literal trash. I respect the directness of the opinion.
Thank you. As a writer, she's good. As a human, she's trash. I mean, the whole pivoting, you know, as culture pivots, you know, desperately trying to hold on to the relevance of her book series. Suddenly, these characters are gay. The whole time they've been gay. That's how it's been. Yeah, believe me. I'm still relevant. Look, I'm so progressive.
Please stop.
Oh, Christian, I'm trying to remind us. Imagine that, dude. Like, you publish your book series, and then, you know, five years down the line, there's a whole new wave of, you know, acceptance or whatever, and then suddenly Caleb has been gay the whole time. Or, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Would you think that's cool?
I mean, it's not my story, but sure. Does it make me money?
Yes. It probably does. But unironically probably does. That's the sad part. So there is an incentive to do so.
No big deal, bro. So he's gay. What's the problem?
There's no problem with it, but then make him a gay character, right? Don't make him
How do
gay.
you make something a gay character?
I don't know. Like, I feel, you know, Adrian is such a beautiful, stereotypical gay person. You know, like he's, like, I love him to bits. You know, I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of in even saying that. Like, he is the most eccentric, dramatic, always bad bitch, I just say, type of person I've ever
Let's
seen in
call
my
him
life.
sassy.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and does his gayness have anything to do with that? No. But if I was to depict him as a character, I would depict those characters. And I don't think Dumbledore was that. Was he?
I don't know. I don't know if she intentionally wrote him in such a way to keep it ambiguous and to keep the question open, or if she intended for him to be straight. But in the meta of Harry Potter, Dumbledore is gay, yes.
Yes. Little bird just flew by. Is there a character in the show that you feel is most accurate to you? Christian and Melt for Christian. Like how she randomly wanted to add, oh yeah, Dumbledore and it was an intense sexual relationship. Yeah, Grindel who? Grindelwald and
Grindelwald.
Grindelwald and Dumbledore had an intense, apparent sexual relationship. Not just a sexual intense. She had to add the intense, I guess.
Interesting.
Like sure, that's fine, but there's no mention, innuendo, or insinuating that there was or could have been. But she tweeted it anyways. Exactly, and that's the thing, right? Like, he did ask us if he thinks one of us has a character. Like, I don't feel I really see too much of myself in Harry Potter.
You mean in Harry Potter or Stranger Things?
I think maybe Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Since we're on the J.K. Rowling train again.
Definitely Sirius Black.
I give you serious black vibes.
No, not you. Fuck. Oh, you. You're too Afrikaans for Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. I see Weasley in me, if anything, dude. Just because
Not at all.
I like the
You're
child.
not shy for fuck all, bro.
That is true.
I don't know. You're like too fucking happy. There aren't a lot of happy wizards in Harry Potter.
Maybe the twins.
Yeah. You can be one of the twins, either George or Fred.
Maybe.
The one that doesn't.
And then Christian might be Sirius Black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
From Stranger Things. Okay, from Stranger Things. So that's the question you wanted to hear.
So it wasn't Harry Potter. I was right.
You were right.
I was fucking right.
He was right. Christian, I feel, is definitely that little kid. I don't know what his name is. You think you're his name is 11?
Let's go. Whatever. Okay. Who's the?
There's Mike, the tall kid. Then there is. Oh goodness, I'm so bad with names.
You're the friend, bro. The high friend.
The high friend. Oh yes.
The Mohican.
The long hair
Mexican speaking guy.
drives a van. You need the purple palm
That's
tree to
definitely
light.
you, yeah.
That was too
100%.
real, dude. Like I feel that dude is like on a level. Even the way he dresses, I'm like, yes. This is the way he's been existing since the 80s, dude. And I feel that, you know, the kids will be like, this kid has seen some trauma, dude. The one that, you know, tells Mike that I was lying to him. I can't remember his name, dude. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't. They're fictional characters. But
I don't remember his name.
Good. I'm not alone.
I don't remember any of their names except like 11.
11. I remember 11, Mike, Hopper, and that's pretty much it right now.
That's about it.
That's about it for me right now. You know, there's someone beating their. How dare you not remember these iconic characters? Oh, sorry. Grin Reaper saying, "Hello, Melton Moore. A few days ago, you and Christian went off on a riff about going to the beach with family. I was in tears. Myself, my dog, and my son, my two brothers, and mom all drove to the coast over the last 3 days to spend a week together. Thank you for speaking your words into my world. The synchronicities have been trippy. Grin Reaper. We are living this experience together. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being in this moment to hear those words, to have the experience you're having, right? That's what's valuable. Not the space, not what is being said, but the experience you have in all of it. So thank you for being willing to share the experience with us as well. Ciao! I'm doing well. Sorry for being so far behind. Back to the deepest part of the world stuff. There are literal fish that are gelatinous, that are held together by the pressure. When brought above, they literally turn to mush. Pressure holds them together, and that's a different world.
Actually, that's been
Blobfish.
disproven quite a lot for many of the fish species when taken back to the surface. The atmosphere, there is a huge difference. They do melt a little bit, but it doesn't necessarily impede their organic processes.
Not all of them, but have you seen the blobfish?
I think the blobfish is also a myth. I think it's quite fine if you bring it up to the surface, as long as you hydrate it.
Like, but you if you bring it like completely like even into atmosphere, not like just close to the water surface. It like
pretty
droops,
I mean,
dude.
any fish out of water is in a shitty situation, so
Yeah, leave them in the water, ideally.
yeah, ideally.
They like being in the water. They've told me. Breathing water feels good.
That's
Cool.
why I despise fishing, bro.
I mean,
Why
fishing.
torture the fish, bro.
If you're gonna actually eat the fish, I feel is okay. If you're like doing it for resources, you need to survive. Tell Christian hello from Gateway. Hello from Gateway, Christian.
Where's Gateway?
Gateway is in your mind right now.
That is very bizarre. Hello from me as well.
There you go, friend. Love is being shared right back. I find the archetypes are more displayed in Stranger Things. Personally, I feel like the Steve. I'm always the babysitter. And yeah, dude, I feel that so much. I was like girl crazy and failing in high school and cared way too much about my hair. Oh, Steve, we heard the very first scene. Oh, so am I going to just get into this relationship for meaningless sex, or is there going to be something more? I was like, yeah, what? What's something about just. I think I see it, but then oh, we're passionate. Coco, it's nice to have you here with me, friend. Thank you for joining us. Deep part of the world, pressure. Thank you, Eden, for sharing love with us, friend. Love of the sea.
Who the fuck did you say I was?
You were the kid that ratted on 11.
Oh, fuck, really?
You don't see it?
He's quiet AF though. He's so
Like that,
so
or
reserved. He's a very nice guy.
I mean, like I do see like that whole relationship, those two friends. The dude in the van, and then his friend that also smokes weed with him. I did see some parts of you in that dude as well, where he's like, I tripped the fuck out of Boston. And I'm like, hey, relax.
Stressing me out.
You're stressing me out. I don't even know my girlfriend even. Oh, it's so beautiful. Bless. Thank you so much for being willing to receive, friend. I mean, Christian, you can always see our faces on Discord, but Melty is right. You don't need to, cause we aren't what our meat sacks are. We're the spirit, the soul, the consciousness within. Oh, you know. Thank you, Kira, for sharing that understanding. Hell and heaven are all right here. Who gives a shit that happens after you die? It's all here. You cannot be anywhere other than this moment, Xiao. Your awareness transcends all of it. Every single breath you've taken, every single trauma you've experienced, every single fantastical adventure, there you were. I just followed Christian on Instagram and was giving him context. Okay. That's interesting. Suddenly the fractals are connecting even more so. And now you can see his poetry gateway process. Like it's gorgeous. I wonder what the fish think of. Yeah, that's how it's found. Like you have poetry posted. The fish think of the air. Do they know it's above them, or just immediately panic? I feel the fish probably just sees it as boundary. Like, oh, no go there. It's like a hard cap almost on where they feel they can go, is the way that I think of it, at least. So many beautiful people. Uncle Becky as well. Yesterday I swallowed 2 pieces of string. It just came out tied together. I shit you not. It's Uncle Becky for you, dude.
Come on.
So bad. Thank you, Uncle Becky, for sharing that imagery. Now I'm just like trying to imagine what happened on the inside, dude. Please, my brain. What have I done? Like, do fish think I'm a giant in water myself when they look at me? I think I think they think you're a fish as well, in a way. Best joke ever. Thank you, Coco. I'm happy you're enjoying it. Maybe he's Eddie. I'm so bad, Isaac. I'm so bad at the names, dude. You know, maybe I'm not paying enough attention, not allowing it to imprint enough on me, dude. Pat myself on the back for not remembering the names.
Wasn't Eddie the blonde dude with the mustache that got like his heart cut out? No, he didn't have a mustache. Did he have a mustache? It was the blonde bully dude had his heart pulled out.
No, that's Billy.
Oh, Billy.
That's
Fuck.
Billy, yeah.
I like Billy. Billy was
A radical. Good day, everyone. Good day, Uncle Bex. Thank you for joining us, my friend. A pool start for the day. I don't know if you missed it, but they hit the deepest part of the world, bottom of the Marianas Trench. Crazy critters down there. I can only imagine what would live at that depth, so far removed from sunlight. What could survive in that depth? Thank you, friends, for surviving in this depth with me. It's insane. Ahoy to you, Brother Bear. What a pleasure it is to have you in this space with us. How are you doing, Brother Bear? Good. I'm happy to hear. Are you doing squats, Insane? Huh? Like I remember, like for some reason I'm thinking about this, more often than not. We were talking about and just like you can do 10 squats right now, and then Insane is like, okay, did 10 squats, now what? Insane in a controllable character somewhere else in the world doing squats. Thank you, Brother Bear, for that imagery. I'll keep it with me. Thank you for joining us, Brother Bear. I've been lunging. Oh, even better, dude. Like, get some of that lateral extension as well. Thank you. Friends, for joining me. Thank you for sharing this moment. Thank you for showing up. And thank you for not giving too much. You can give some, but not too much credence to the negative imaginings of what could be happening. You got this. You're in power. Love yourself. Love everyone around you. And then, eventually, things will be alright. It has to be. It can't help but be. I love you. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you, Brother Bear. Have a great day. You too. I hope everyone has a beautiful day. I love you all so dearly. Mel, Christian, friends. We love you, Shannon. Thank you for allowing us to see you. Thank you for allowing all of yourselves to be seen. Love to you. See you again tomorrow.
Mahalo.
Goodbye, everyone. I read above like 5 times trying to figure out reading it lung that you breathe, not lunge, the exercise. Yes, I've been doing lungs. You've been doing lungs? Yep, smashing them like beers. What? Excuse me. Love you, Isaac. Love you, friends. Thank you for joining me.